Today, I'm here to discuss about the VGMA artist. Earlier I did a video on how I want to do this whole thing, but plans have changed. Before, I wanted to do one artist. For example, I'll take one artist and talk about his nominations, the number of nominations he had, the number of songs he released under the VGMA calendar. But now I think I have to compare the power of two artists. So, for example, in the Artist of the Year category, we have 8 artists, and I'll be pairing them 2-2. So, for example, this video, I'm comparing Sarkodie and King Promise, who have the PowerPoint here, who is more likely to win the category, and who have really dominated this year or under the year review. So with this, Sarkodie have had 7 nominations, and these are the categories Sarkodie found himself. He found himself in the Popular Song of the Year with Countryside, and also Best Music Video of the Year with Labadi, Album of the Year with Jams, Record of the Year with Countryside, International Collaboration of the Year with Better Days with Buju, and also Collaboration of the Year. So we have International Collaboration of the Year, which is the Better Days with Buju, and also normal Collaboration of the Year, which is internal. That one is Countryside with Black Sheriff. Rapper of the Year category, he was also in there, and also Best Hip Hop Song of the Year with his Countryside songs. So with this, he had a total of 7 nominations. So let's roll over with King Promise categories, or the categories King Promise found himself in there. Afrobeat Song of the Year with Ginger. Best Afropop Song of the Year, 10 Toes, which featured Omale. Best Vocal Artist of the Year, Afrobeat Afropop Song Artist of the Year. So Afrobeat Afropop Artist of the Year. Then in the International Collaboration of the Year, he had 2 nominations in that category. So one, he had Run to You, which featured Vic Mensa and Chance the Rapper, and also had another nomination in the same category with 10 Toes, which featured Omale. Then he had Record of the Year with a song titled Ya Santua, which featured Frena, and also Album of the Year, which is 5-star album. So with this, comparing their PowerPoints, it's clear that King Promise had 8 points in 7 categories, which Sarkodie also had 7 nominations in 7 categories. But King Promise had 8 nominations in 1 category, which he had 2 nominations in 1 category, which is the International Collaboration of the Year. So with this, comparing their strengths with the Popular Song of the Year, which is one of the most important category overall, King Promise was missing there. And also one category that I think is very necessary is the Best Music Video of the Year. King Promise was missing. They did well. They both found themselves in the Album of the Year categories, which is a PowerPoint for both artists. And both artists found themselves in their main genre categories, which Sarkodie found himself in the Rapper of the Year, or the Hip Life Artist of the Year. But put this in your mind, Sarkodie didn't get a nomination in the Best Rapper category, which I think is a minus there. But King Promise struggled or forced himself into this important category, which is the Afrobeat Artist of the Year, and also the Afropop Artist of the Year, which is his main genre. So with this, who do you think have the winning PowerPoint here? And also, let me remind you something. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you are listening to me on AudioMac, please follow me on YouTube, on Facebook. Please follow me on TikTok. Please do the same thing. So, who do you think have the PowerPoint here? 7 nominations against 8 nominations. Who do you think is dominating here? Because with me, King Promise had a huge minus when he refused to make it in the popular song of the year, because I think that category is really necessary. I think before you win Artist of the Year, your song have to be in there. And also, the biggest minus for Sarkodie is he failing to be in the best rap category, because I believe that before you win the Artist of the Year, you have to win your gen category. Like for example, Sarkodie needs to win the Rapper of the Year category to be able to win the Artist of the Year. That's how I see it. So for example, if King Promise goes on to win the Afro Pop Artist of the Year and also move on to win the Afrobeat Artist of the Year, he has 2 points, because he has dominated with this alone. He has dominated much with this whole thing, because he has won 2 of his gen categories. But Sarkodie had only 1, which is the hip life Artist of the Year, and he failed to be in the Rapper of the Year category. But King Promise had the 2, and when he wins these 2 categories, I believe that he is much ahead of he winning the Artist of the Year. When we are comparing him and Sarkodie, because just bear in mind that we have just these 2. Just put in mind that if maybe we have these people only in the Artist of the Year category, then if King Promise win these 2 categories and also he moves on to win the Afro Pop and Afrobeat Song of the Year, which is making 4 awards, or maybe win just one of the making 3 awards, and find himself somehow into the Record of the Year category and win this category, then I think with this, King Promise deserves to be the Artist of the Year because of his dominance on that night, because of how his performance will be on that night. Because I believe that if somebody needs to win the Artist of the Year, the person needs to dominate his gen category. And you know, this Afropop thing was introduced secretly because of Blacko, because it's quite confusing on the genre Blacko is actually doing. But you will talk about this in the Blacko's video. I think I'll be pairing Blacko and PC Esther, since they both of these artists have the most attention. So I'll be comparing both of their strengths and tell who really deserve or who have the power points between the 2. As well as I'll be talking about Kiddy and Kamido, who have the power points here. Then I'll move on to Stonebwoy and Joe Metal. So I've said a lot. Kindly drop in the comment section who do you think deserve the Artist of the Year. With me, when between these 2, when King Promise just have to do or have to just win 3 awards, then he move to the Artist of the Year, because when he wins this Afropop Artist of the Year, Afrobeat Artist of the Year, and also one award from either the song Afropop Song of the Year or Afrobeat Song of the Year, then I think when it comes to these 2, he deserves it. But Sarkodie, this awards can swerve King Promise, and Sarkodie can move on to win Hip Hop Artist of the Year, Popular Song of the Year with his Countryside Song, Album of the Year with his Jams album, and record of the year, then I think Sarkodie can pick this award. Sarkodie can pick the artist of the year award. With these two, I believe that then Sarkodie would deserve it here when we are comparing their strengths in or surrounding just this side. So with that being said, please drop the winner in this category or between these two in the comment section, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel and wait for the next episode, which is between Kamido and Kide, the PowerPoint of between these two, who deserve to win the category, which is the artist of the year. Then I'll move on to the next video. So please make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you see me or watch the next video that I'll be doing. So see you tomorrow.